There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another random DOS game show. And this is Gobble Man. We of course press G to begin because that makes perfect sense. And instead of QAOP, we have QA and the parenthesis keys. I think that's what they're called. I've been told multiple times what they're called. I keep forgetting. So let's try this. Okay, we have a little maze. And the actual buttons change the direction. You're in constant motion. And you have to... Oh, I see what's happening here. Right, you gobble up these little dots in order to get score. Okay. It seems to have stopped. Right, it's reloading. And your enemies can move diagonally, but you cannot. And they can, get you quite easily. There's 4 of them, represented by little smiley characters, ASCII-based characters. I think this is programmed in BASIC. And you have to wait patiently for it to load again. So you can head towards those exits to try and sort of outsmart the enemy. It's about sort of keeping your eye on the little 4 faces. See the way they all congregated towards that exit there. And now they're all heading down here, so I'll go back up here. Yes, that's how you're meant to play it, I think. Come on, no. They're too quick. They're too quick for me. This is not the best game in the world, is it? Not been having much luck with some of these. I played, was it a Tetris game the other day, and, the presentation was okay, but it was dull. And this one, obviously I can't be too harsh on it because, it's an ASCII-based game from the early 80s. But would it really have hurt the person to have just made a Pac-Man clone? Would have been much better. Maybe some of you will say, well, this is different. This is different in a way that's interesting. And I guess you could say that, Having something be a little different is better. But for me, there was a tried and tested formula here that worked. And this just is not anywhere near as good. And you can see the AI isn't that great either. It almost seems to be random. It's not. I mean, they will follow you. But you will get in bother. Or you'll just have a nice easy time of it. There we go. Any time now. Oh no. Well, I got over 100 score at least. That's something, I guess. But this is really not infusing me. You can almost sort of cheat, and just sort of avoid the AI, play extremely conservatively, and just hide. So it's almost like a game of hide and seek in a way. And then once all the dots and the various entrances are done, you are too. Not the most spectacular game you'll ever see me play, I have to say. This dot's after me now. No, he's forgotten that I'm going this way. Can I get there in time? I won't. But yes, the movement of them diagonally really makes it much more difficult once they've locked onto you. It's just whether they lock onto you in the first place, So yeah, that's Gobble Man. What is it? It's an early basic text-based Pac-Man-ish variant, except instead of a maze, there's an open field of play, and the enemies seemingly move at random at times, and then lock on to you, and that's you done because they can move diagonally and you can't. And if you like me talking about random DOS games, I do it all the time. Feel free to take a look at the hundreds of other videos on the channel. If you like what you see there, you can always subscribe. And if you're still with me, despite my persistently playing ASCII-based games from the early 80s, then you're probably one of my very forgiving patrons or members. Look at those great names. They will watch me play anything because they're a very supportive crew, and I really appreciate them. So yeah, Another One Bites the Dust. It really did not inspire me, but expectations weren't that high in the first place. Until next time.